Alright, we just finished the last game and we already have another one here. This should be the last one today. Sorry to getting a little bit late. And it's going to be between Gyro and Fleepa, or Free on here. And this is another Phoenix Mirror, second Phoenix Mirror of the day. Both of them on Kyuden this time as the stronghold. So ooh, we have a subscriber. Arash Suri just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. Um, Still doing mulligans, it looks like. Should probably open up the deck lists. I imagine they're both on Dragon Splash. Yeah, I don't know. It sort of turned out that way. I've just been streaming most of the games lately. Mine's Desire used to be like the big streamer. He would stream pretty much all of the games, like back before I even started streaming even. Um, he was sort of my inspiration to get into streaming and start covering the games. And it's a lot of fun. Ooh, wow, these are a couple of very interesting flips here. So, Gyro flips Palace and Conjo District. That's gonna be tough to deal with. Shibuya Jimbo gets played. He also has the Elemental Water Master, which I have not seen in a deck yet. She seems pretty good, but not sure if she's better than just like the good old Tadaka and everything. Yeah, Mine's Desire's been busy, I guess. I think he said he had a summer class. Plus, he's been, winning Gen Con and stuff, so. But yeah, he's really great. He used to stream a lot, and hopefully he will do so again in the future. Oh, wow. So, let's see, which player is this? I believe this is Fleepa is playing, yeah, is playing Lion Splash for 3 Legion of 1 and 3 My Ancestors Strength. So that is a new card. It's a 1-cost spell event. During a conflict, choose a participating Shugenja character you control and a character in your Dynasty discard pile. Until the end of the conflict, set the participating character's base military and political skill to the printed political and military skill of the other character. So basically, you choose a character in your discard pile, and one of your Shugenja gets their printed skill. So, for example, this Fire Tensei Initiate could be a 6/6 if you have Fushicho in the discard pile, which is pretty good. And seeing a Fushicho on turn 1 is good as well because there are 3 in the deck, so I think we will see him go ahead and discard this at the end of the turn to turn on that 6/6 My Ancestors Strength. Seems like a good move. The Shibuya Jimbo is going to go into Manicured Garden here. Let me back up. It looks like Free got the first pass, or the passing fate, yeah. He's going Void here. No defense. Manicured gets used. Both these decks are kind of wacky. Ooh, Gyro's on Unicorn Splash? Oh, nice. Yeah, so Gyro is 2 Captive Audience, 2 Talisman, 3 Wayfinder. That is actually, like, insane. um, okay, so Unicorn Splash is always good with Keeper Clans, right? Because you get the Talisman. But usually when you run Unicorn Splash, you also throw in the 3 Spyglass. It looks like he is not running the Spyglass, though, just going to rely on... Let's see, what is he relying on for drawing cards? I actually don't see any way for him to draw cards other than his one Forgotten Library. Um, I mean, I guess he's just gonna bid 5 every turn. He actually doesn't even have any Shrine Maidens. Ooh, wow, and we see a Talisman get played already. This is a little bit risky since there is an Assassinate in the other player's deck. Doesn't have it though. Ooh, wow. Okay. Uh, yeah, I should look at the provinces here. Okay. Yeah, they're both running the same provinces, except for we have Kurori Mori here instead of Shameful Display. Free is running Shameful Display, as usual. And he puts it in the row as well, so this is actually going to switch the conflict type and bring him down to 2 skill, effectively canceling that bonsai. We do see a clarity of purpose, though, so the Yojimbo will at least not bow here. And there's a court games. He's still not breaking because of this palace. See a pass. Okay, so yeah, he's not going to break. Ooh, display of power. Yeah, so if you're going to play the talisman there, you kind of need to have display of power, I think, because otherwise he voids off your Solemn Scholar and then your talisman dies, which is not good. We see a Wayfinder, though, one of the best conflict characters in the game, if not the best. I remember when I found out that Wayfinder was a Shugenja, and I was like it's a 1-cost 1/1 that's already good. It reveals a face down province that's really good, and then it's also Shugenja and Cavalry. Like that's just so good. Um, Turns on your Cloud the Mines. If you're playing Unicorn, it turns on all your cavalry stuff. Ooh, and he finds meditations as well. That's a really good hit. You always want to find meditations with a character that has no fate. Interesting. So I think attacking political was actually potentially a mistake here. That does mean that we get to see another clarity of purpose. So this Yojimbo is now going to get to be in another conflict. It's fine if he can actually win this attack and take the air rings, or sorry, the earth rings, so that he can then bow the Yojimbo when she tries to attack. That will have to be political. We see another Wayfinder at home. Oh yeah, I forgot to check what the first one found. Found upholding authority. I guess he didn't really care about hitting Shameful here because Yojimbo's already... Ooh, he played the second one so that this Supernatural Storm would give him +3. So he's actually now winning the conflict 4-4. And I'm pretty sure Free does not have the Assassinate here, or he would have... I mean, I would have instantly played Assassinate on the Solemn Scholar once I saw that Talisman. It's a little bit worse since you were attacking the Void Ring, but if you had Assassinate, you probably wouldn't have attacked the Void Ring. So, yeah, I don't think he has it, is my point. He is going to win that Earth Ring. So now I think Free is just going to probably pass this attack, because the Solemn Scholar will just bow him otherwise. Yeah, he passes his conflict opportunity. The captive audience is something I'm not really too sure about in Jairo's deck. Like, I feel like Spyglass is just better for your, especially for Phoenix. I don't know, like I can't really see too many situations where... Wait, he has Serene Warrior? Hold on. Who has Serene Warrior? I don't see any. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in his deck list. Last version he sent me had it? Well, the one on the spreadsheet does not have it. So, I don't know. So this is good. He's gonna get to go back into meditations with just the Wayfinder contesting the firing, and I think you just defend this. Like, there's no reason not to defend this, I think. Just stop the ring from going off. So the only thing this really does for him is uh, it means there won't be a fate on the firing next turn. Yeah. So yeah, this is where it starts to get tough for free because this palace is going to ensure that Jairoe gets the favor here, and that is going to turn on his Conjo district. And you probably even just keep Azunami here, I think, because you want to guarantee you have a good character to play next turn, and that's a good character to play next turn, so... Plus the Water Ring will have a fate on it. So that seems good. Yeah, he does keep that. Finds a Tadaka as well. So Tadaka is potentially even better here because it just completely turns off the opposing player's stronghold. Ooh, they both found Tadaka actually. We do see the Master of Water get played instead though. I think that's still a good choice here. So they're both going to bid 5 as usual. And let's see, Jairoe has the first attack. What do you do here? I guess you just go water. Seems fine. Unfortunately, you won't get the full benefit of the Master of Water here because there are no characters to ready, but you can bow whoever you want. Actually, I wonder what... Okay, so both players have rallied to the cause under their stronghold, it looks like. We're seeing a defense with the initiate for a total of 0 skill. Ooh, there's the My Ancestor's Strength that is going to set the initiate to 6/6. So this is now a 1 cost 6/6. Well, technically 2 cost plus a card, but pretty strong either way. We're going to trade Ningyo. Seems good. So he'll still need another card to win this conflict. There's a court games going to honor the Master of Water for an extra 3 skill. Very nice. Oh wow, so I just realized neither of these decks are running against the waves. Oh, they're both on charge. Wow. Yeah, I guess because they both have the Fushicho. There's a Shrine Maiden. Interesting. Clarity of Purpose. That is pretty good. So he'll need like a. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, this is good. He plays a Cloud the Mind on the Master of Water and uses Uona to bow the Ningyo. So the defender is now winning. What did that Shrine Maiden find? Supernatural Storm and 2 Walking the Ways. Wow. So 1 cost, 1/1 character, draw 3 cards. That's pretty good. There's an Ornate Fan. So that puts him back in the lead here. We could see a Court Games. There's the Supernatural Storm that works as well. It's going to be +3, +2. Ooh, only +2 now. And another Ornate Fan. You can replay the Supernatural Storm if you want. Jairoe might just be baiting that out now, though. He does still have the Conjo District. Kind of wondering if the players have just forgotten about this. I think you just Conjo the Fire Tensei Initiate at this point. Like, you get him to spend all these storms, and then you just Conjo that. And then watering, you can... Oh, right. Yojimbo's ability would have cancelled if you conjured the Initiate. You could have still conjured the Ningyo. But we do see a Cloud the Mind. Yeah, and then he is going to use Conjo. Now that the Yojimbo is clouded, yeah. I always forget about that card. You don't actually see it get played too much anymore. You used to see it sometimes back in just like core set only meta because there weren't a lot of options. But these days I feel like you don't see it as much. I like the card. I actually have a friend who has a playmat of that artwork. The artist for that card has done a lot of good L5R art in the past, and I actually have a playmat of his artwork as well. Of a crab character, though. Yeah, so we are going to see the conflict win there. He is going to bow the Ojimbo, and the Master of Water doesn't even bow because of Clarity of Purpose, so this is actually a really strong turn now from Jairoe. He should be able to... Let's see. Free gets 1 attack. Yeah, I think he should be able to break a second province this turn. You just save the Master of Water and then... Or you could attack with Solemn Scholar into Meditations, I guess. Yeah, you could actually break there too if he has already spent the... If you defend Uona with the Master of Water, and then you go in with Solemn Scholar at Meditations, and then you Storm for a +2. You could do that. Uona can't attack. Yeah, I mean, you kind of just can't attack. Yeah, and we do see him pass his conflict. With the Talisman here, that would kind of just be a bad idea. Let's see, where would he go? He actually wouldn't even have to defend. Yeah, you could just... Yeah, Arash Suri points out in chat, you could just go to Kuroi Mori and switch the conflict type, and then Uono would just go home bowed. You would need a conflict character then. So yeah, just going to pass that conflict, and we're going to see an earth attack here. So the earth attack is to protect against the second conflict from free, since the Solemn Scholar can just bow them if he has like a Shrine Maiden or something. Wow, sends both of them into meditations. Interesting. So he is going to lose a fate on Azunami here. Doesn't want to. Actually, he knows which is which for the other two face down provinces. He saw them with wayfinders. So he could have just gone into upholding authority there, but I guess with only 4 cards in hand, he would rather lose a fate here than discard a card, which is fair. Yep, so it's going to be a break. Doesn't even defend. Doesn't really have any chance of winning. Doesn't have any chance of winning this next attack either, though, so actually just going to pass. Wait, that was military, right? Yeah, he should have just defended that, actually. He just gave up an honor for nothing, essentially. Not a huge mistake, but definitely a mistake, I would say. He would be at 11 honor right now. There goes the keeper. Tadaka is staying here. Freeze Tadaka got discarded because the province broke, unfortunately. He does find a bustling academy, so this is one of the new Phoenix cards. And it is pretty interesting. So the action is, if you control a scholar character, discard a card in a province and refill it face up. So this is actually pretty good. Actually, yeah, this is amazing on the board right now because you can just kill Kanjo. Um, and that's exactly what it's good for, pretty much. You use it to kill Kanjo, Palace, Karada District, maybe a charge target if you don't have anything else, Iron Mine, the Hidden Moon Dojo, any big holding. It's just like sabotage, essentially. You just kill something in a province. The problem with cards like this in sabotage is that they take up a card slot. This one takes up a dynasty slot, and then sabotage takes up a conflict slot, which is not always really worth it for discarding a card. I think I actually like Bustling Academy a little bit more than I like sabotage. And it's definitely good here. I think he should go ahead and wait. Oh no, okay, he does have a scholar. Oof. I was about to say if he didn't have a scholar and he didn't play the student, but he does have one, so he should go ahead and discard this Kanjo. Yep, there it goes. Ethereal Dreamer gets used on the airing, which does have 2 fate. Yeah. I mean, Kanjo is like a really broken card, so you can't complain too much now that people actually have a way to deal with it. This Tadaka, though, is pretty scary here. It means that Free will not be able to use his stronghold at all until he can do something about that. Either cloud the Tadaka, which he's already spent 2 clouds, or just keep voiding it and wait for it to go away. We see an air attack with the Ethereal Dreamer, so this is pretty good. You don't really need the stat boost because either of these characters would beat it if they defend. And if he switches the ring type, she has even stats, so it doesn't matter. So his only move here would be to switch the contested ring. And if you give him Void or Fire, then that's obviously just bad. You have to give him Water, I think. But then he gets a Keeper. You could go Earth, maybe. I think Water's the best, though. Ooh, we see a charge. So he's actually going to go for the break here, and unless Jairoe has a talisman, I don't think he can do much because, again, both of these characters have even stats. I think you actually don't want to switch the ring. I think air is just the least bad thing that could happen here as gyro. Um, any other ring would probably be better for free. Gyro has no fate. Yeah, that's true. So he cannot play a talisman, unfortunately. Yeah, spent it all on the big Tadaka, I guess. So it looks like this will be the break here. Nothing he can really do about it. And again, I don't think you should switch the ring. I think you should just leave it on the air. He could have defended that. If he defended with Tadaka, that would have potentially stopped the break. It's not guaranteed. He's well, okay, so he can't actually play Guidance of the Ancestors because of Tadaka. I guess he could have Cloud the Mind into Guidance of the Ancestors, and that would still break. I don't know. Actually, one thing he could do is he could switch the ring to water and then play a bunch of Ningyo, but he doesn't do that. Probably doesn't have enough in his hand. Defend with Tadaka. Yeah, I think I agree with Furbolgi in the chat. Defend with Tadaka, go water, and then. Well, so the Water Master is clouded, but you could still go water and unbow Tadaka. You don't really need to bow one of these guys that badly. Um, but yeah, I think defending with Tadaka might have been better. Of course, if you do that, then maybe Free just doesn't use the charge. I think he still wants to use the charge, though, to get Tadaka next turn. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think the play is still valid. Because if Free has charge there, I think he 100% uses it. Unless he saves it for defense, maybe, but then you're not guaranteed to get a military defense. He could just pass that attack. So yeah, I think he's always using charge there. Tadaka, again, he knows what both of these are, so he knows which one is upholding authority and which one is shameful, thanks to those wayfinders. He is going to go into upholding authority, contesting void. So this will void off the only Phoenix character that has fate. Is Storm turned off for free? No, he can Storm. That would be what, +3? Yeah, this is not a Shugenja. Yeah, it got removed from the game. He did play one, but it got removed from game, so it's not in his discard pile. That's just going to be an unopposed break. Wow. That's actually pretty risky. I think we'll probably see Free attack water here. Ooh, finds Assassinate as the discard there. There's a Captive Audience. One Feral Ningyo, Karmic Twist. Katana of Fire, that's pretty wild. Supernatural Storm. Yeah, so it's actually kind of risky here. Wow, he's going Earth. What's happening here? I guess he's trying to bait a defense. Oh, this has to be political. So it looks like he's actually neglected to use Uona for a second turn. He could have defended with her. I believe that is just a mistake. Yeah, it's pretty rough for free here. I'm not sure why he goes Earth. I think this should always be water, right? Because Gyro has no keepers, so the worst that happens is he gets a fate. So I think you should always go water, because if you win that, you get a keeper and you unbow Fushicho, and then you can defend this. As it stands here, this is Rally to the Cause, actually, so he will actually be able to use Urona to defend. But yeah, I think it probably just wins. Ooh, plays a Shrine Maiden, okay. Unfortunate. Doesn't find any cards to draw off of it, but now he is winning the conflict. Why did he go Earth? It didn't have Fate on it, did it? No, it didn't. Yeah, I think this Earth attack is a mistake. I think this should, yeah, so yeah, I mean the last Shrine Maiden he played did draw 3 cards, so I guess it balances out. Oh, Earth turns off Tadaka, Bill points out. That is a good point. I still feel like it should be water. But he is going to break that. Let's see what Upholding Authority finds. Because with water, you unbow Fushicho and you get a keeper. Whereas with Earth, I mean, you get a card and he discards a card. And you turn off Tadaka. But if you play Ancestors now, you're only going up 4 skill, where you would have been going up 7, right? So I feel like this is probably the wrong play. But I don't know. Could have a Storm as well. Thinking about what card to discard here. Man, I wish I could use Upholding Authority, but unfortunately Crab have an Earth Roll. Actually, we have 2 Earth Rolls now. So not the best for us. Still thinking about this. Secret Earth with Upholding, yeah. I don't know about that one. Apparently people have actually been trying out Seeker of Earth. Like, my reaction, and I think this was Joe's reaction as well, is that we just never need to even, like, just treat it like we only have 1 roll still, essentially. I don't think Secret Earth is ever actually worth using. You gotta test it though, I guess, and some people have been testing it. I think you run like Charge and Broker and some weird stuff. The Earth Ring is going to hit Katana of Fire. Not really what you want to hit there. Support of Scorpion should help. Ancestral and Entrenched. Switch it based on the matchup. I don't like Ancestral and Entrenched because that means one has to go in the row. And then also one is under the province and you don't get the Seeker Fate. Keeper of Earth and Keeper of Earth. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we can basically just say Crab is Keeper of Earth. Like, that's as far as we need to go. Hopefully after Worlds we'll be like Keeper of Water or something good. So we are going to go into Rally here. This will definitely switch. Switch. Oh wait, why didn't the... He played a Clarity on the Tensei Initiate, I think, didn't he? So is he going to Ancestor Strength her instead? I mean, that does give him an extra 2 skill. Surprised he didn't take Ancestor Strength. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at the hand actually. Legion of 1, charge, charge. Wow, all 3 charges this game. Court Games, Ningyo, Initiate, Ancestors, Storm, Walking the Way. And discarded a Legion of 1. Yeah, that is interesting. I guess whichever one you don't discard, Legion of 1 or Ancestor Strength, he's going to play. So you discard the Legion of 1 because it costs 0. And additionally, if you discarded Ancestor Strength, then he would not defend with the Initiate and leave her at home, which would mean he would have 2 extra Standing Glory. We see Kyudinasawa used to play Supernatural Storm. Oh. Oh, and he still had his Stronghold, right? Yeah, so he could use, even if you discarded Ancestor's Strength, he could use it with his Stronghold, since it's a spell. I actually forgot about that, whereas Legion of 1, once you discard it, it's gone. So I think that is the better choice. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't discard the 2 charges, because you hit 2 at once there. But, let's see. We see a bonsai on both of these characters. Skill total is 10 to 12 now. And we see a pass, so that will be a win for free, which means he will get the Imperial Favor as well, since he got rid of that palace. And this might be his chance to get back in this game, actually. This Fushicho is leaving play, so he will get this Tadaka back. If he can find, like, a Kanjo district, that would be really big. Preferably on the Shameful Display. That would be, like, just the most insane luck of all time, right? Even on one of the broken provinces, though, he would still be happy to see it, I believe. This big... Ooh, doesn't find one, unfortunate. This big Honored Master of Water is going to be... Oh, never mind. Almost spoke too soon. We have a duplicate. So now he will have to get a Void Ring effect to kill her. Let's see. So you play... Ooh, Atsuko. Plays the Ethereal Dreamer. I think maybe you play Atsuko here. Or you can just buy the Initiate and Ancestor Strength it. Yeah, he's just going to buy the Initiate. Still has 7 Fate left, so you could still buy Atsuko. Or you could pass. Tadaka's turned on again, but Ancestor Strength is no longer in the discard. It actually got... He didn't play the one in his hand, he played the one that was already in the discard. Yeah, so he removed that one from the game. Since it is a spell, you can do that with the Stronghold. So he will be able to play another one of those here. And we know he has one because he hit one... Or we saw his hand when Upholding Authority popped. Yeah, so thinking about whether... yeah, both of these decks are pretty crazy. Yeah, it does play the Atsuko. 1 Fate, I guess he wants to save Fate for playing cards, but playing one Fate on Atsuko feels kind of bad, especially when you played Fire Tensei Initiate with one Fate. You could have not put a Fate on her and put it on Atsuko. I think that would have been better. I guess her staying around till next turn is fine because you'll have another Ancestor's Strength to play. But you won't be able to play it through Tadaka unless you can cloud him or something. We see Ethereal Dreamer get used on the Water Ring. I think he's expecting Jairoe to maybe go for a water attack here. Yeah, we are going to see an all-in, it looks like. And it is going to be water. Political. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, that's a lot of skill. Freeze charges are turned off because it's a political, and also, yeah, there is one in the discard. So yeah, it doesn't have to worry about that. Unfortunately, at this point in the game, Display of Power is not a particularly useful card. I don't know if he has one in his hand or not, but either way, when your opponent is on your stronghold, you aren't going to be getting much use out of that. Let's see, so 17, he has to win by 5. So Free will have to get to 13 political skill here. If he plays Ancestor Strength at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, it's not a void conflict, so he can't use Atsuko. Oh, wait. Ethereal Dreamer is 3. So 6. Oh, I need his favor. So 7 plus 6 is 13. Yeah, so he actually has enough here. Unless Jairoe has another card. Which he does. He has a Supernatural Storm. This is where you wish that your opponent was playing Kaede instead of Azunami, so you could use Atsuko here. Yep, there's the Ancestor's Strength. Oh, yeah. Right, I forgot that his opponent had Tadaka. Yeah, so he can't actually use that Supernatural Storm. My bad. It's getting late. Yeah, so as it stands, this is enough. Jairoe just needs literally any political buff. He could have the third Wayfinder. He could have a... He could play a... He could just... Oh, it is water, so he could play a Feral Ningyo. I think we actually saw that he does have a Feral Ningyo in his hand. Ooh, there's a Cloud the Mind on Tadaka. Yeah, so now he can play a Supernatural Storm. He's going to actually play a Court Games to honor Tadaka. So now I think we see the Ningyo, and then Storm, and then he'll need his own Storm, I guess. He's played only one. Yeah, so if Free has a Storm... Ooh, he does have it. Okay, that's pretty good. Winning by 2. Ooh. Assassinate on the Fire Tensei Initiate. Wow. That's pretty good. Yeah, and there's the GG. Can't really come back from that. 6 skill there that he just lost. So yeah, that is going to be a stronghold break. And unsurprisingly, Phoenix is going to win this game. interested to see the rest of Jairo's games this cup. He definitely has a unique deck there. Looks like he will be going up against a dragon player next. So that'll probably be tough just because it's dragon, but I mean, this mirror is at least better, I guess, than the mirror where they both have 3 against the waves and they just keep bowing each other, right? I don't know. Like at least they're trying to do something interesting. The Ancestor's Strength is a pretty cool card. Kind of happy that we get to see that get played. And then I'm still really confused about the captive audiences. We didn't see him play a single captive audience that game. Like, I'm just not sure what matchup you have that card for. Maybe Scorpion or Crane, I guess. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting choice. I still think I still think that the spyglasses are probably better, but we'll see. Yeah, better better than Dragon Mirror, yeah. Um, yeah, the Karada plus Palace was definitely a really good turn one there. But yeah, that Bustling Academy at least gives him a way to deal with that. Yeah, no, Scholar is the only condition if you control a Scholar character. Again, probably not actually as good as it might seem. Like, it's an okay card, but I don't think it's really that good. Um, in this case, it was extremely good, but I don't think it's always going to be that good, and I think, in fact, in most cases, it won't be nearly that good. Um, like, imagine you're playing against, like, Lion. I guess you hit a charge target with it, but then you're just trading a dynasty slot for a dynasty slot, and that's, like, not really good. I don't know. I think it's really just good for hitting holdings essentially, that are going to really impact the board on that turn. Like, you hit a Conjo district, you hit a palace, you hit a Karada district, um, an iron mine, anything really big like that can really make a difference. But yeah, definitely not a bad card. Good to have some way to deal with those problem holdings. But yeah, that's going to be it for this game. So thank you everyone for watching, and thanks again to Arash Suri for subscribing. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I will see you guys next time.